The United Nations says the number of people living under siege in Syria has reached nearly 1 million. It was a focus of a Security Council meeting in which diplomats accused each other's countries of either committing war crimes or outright lying. Well, for more on this, we can speak to Ediz Tiyansan, who's joining us now from Mardin on the Turkish-Syrian border. Good morning to you, Ediz. So we've had more than 340 people killed in Aleppo, eastern Aleppo, since November the 15th. What's the latest you can bring us about the situation there today?
Well, Paul, it's been exactly 1 week since the Syrian regime started this new major offensive against the eastern rebel-held part of Aleppo. After some weeks of relative calm, we're possibly seeing one of the most intensive, one of the most brutal attacks, assaults on this city. And the numbers are quite telling. Just on Monday alone, at least 27 people have been killed. And if you look at the overall number of casualties from this past week, it's, as you pointed out, it's already surpassed 345. And these attacks are coming through as airstrikes as well as artillery on the ground. And we understand that a lot of them are actually targeting densely populated civilian areas. At this point, all of the medical facilities had been also attacked, including those, including the headquarters of those first responders, the so-called white helmets. Even they have been attacked. Now, Russia is also accused of taking part in this assault, particularly in Aleppo as well, but they're denying these allegations. They say their attacks are concentrated in other parts of the country. And in the meantime, on the ground, we understand that the Syrian regime is also making advances, trying to take the city from the rebels. So far, clashes have taken place in the northern and the southern districts of the city, but rebels claim that so far, until now, they managed to repel these attacks. But remember that eastern Aleppo has been under a siege by the regime since July, and the last shipment of humanitarian aid they received was back in August. So at this point, they are seriously running out of any food and medical supplies, and there doesn't seem to be any hope in the horizon for them.
And Ediz, just update us, if you will, on the current progress of Operation Euphrates Shield.
Well, on that front, we see the rebels, the Syrian rebels backed by Turkish military, continue to advance against the last remaining stronghold of Daesh, the strategic town of Al-Bab, in that northern border area. We understand they are at the immediate vicinity of this town. They've managed to surround it, but there is a strong resistance by Daesh as they try to take the city. And in fact, ironically, they are coming face to face with other rivals that are also trying to expand their own territory in the name of fighting Daesh. Groups like YPG. Remember that this Operation Euphrates Shield is not only against Daesh, but also other terror groups like YPG. Now, the problem here is that YPG is part of a larger Kurdish, major Kurdish coalition like SDF, the Syrian Democratic Forces, which has been trained and backed by the United States, also in the name of fighting Daesh. But these groups have come face to face in the village of Sheikh Nasser. The rebels are telling us that they've managed to secure this town, but this situation shows us how much they lack coordination on the ground, and they also clearly lack collaboration between allies like Turkey and United States. Even though they are in this with the same objective of fighting Daesh, we are seeing that calls by rebels and Turkey to have these groups like YPG withdraw to the east of Euphrates, a demand that the United States previously agreed on and relayed on this group themselves, it still hasn't been fulfilled.
Okay, Ediz, for now, thank you.